Hey folks, this is Rhykker. Blizzard released a major teaser for Overwatch's next character. Someone who's shaping up to be either Sombra and or Amari, Pharah's mom, but someone who is definitely a support sniper. So in this video, we're going to talk about this latest clue that Blizzard revealed, plus the clue that they accidentally let slip that many people missed, and we're also going to talk about how this might incorporate into our existing theories of Sombra and or Pharah's mom, Amari. Now, we've previously spoken about Sombra. We have a whole video dedicated to that, and in our Sombra video, we spoke about the possibility that Sombra is Amari, the mother of Pharah. She was a former Overwatch agent and a sniper. We also spoke about the clues pointing that we had a support sniper coming, and this seems all but confirmed right now with Blizzard's latest clue. On the official Blizzard Overwatch account, we have this image posted with the caption, "Communications Records of Ziegler A." Now, Ziegler A is Mercy, the medic of Overwatch, the doctor of Overwatch. But what's most important here is that the subject is a prototype biotic rifle, and this is a schematic for what is clearly some form of healing rifle, some kind of support sniper rifle. Also shown on the image is a short conversation, a short exchange between Toblerone. Also shown on the image is a short exchange between Torbjorn and Mercy, with Torbjorn explaining that the rifle is only intended to be used by medics on the field, that it is not to be weaponized. But then Mercy is sort of complaining and saying, well, we're heading down a slippery slope. I didn't agree to this when I let you use my healing technology that I invented or patented or copyrighted. I don't know. Mercy's not happy about this. And so that's interesting. That's noteworthy because that suggests that the gun could potentially do more than just heal a la Mercy Heal Beam or a la Soldier 76 Biotic Field. Both of which are depicted in these prototypes. So it's clear that this weapon lends from those design concepts. If you see the schematics on the right-hand side, that is Soldier 76's Biotic Field, that little healing grenade that he sets down on the ground. It looks like that's been used as some sort of either ammo canister for the gun, maybe, or some kind of secondary function where it lobs a heal grenade. It's not clear exactly, but it's somehow being incorporated into the design of the sniper rifle. Now, what's less clear in this image is the usage of Mercy's healing staff in the design concept. It almost looks like they're trying to point out two different things. One of them seems to be the main barrel of the gun, whereas the other is the lower barrel. I'm no gun expert, I don't know the proper terminology here, but why would they be pointing at two different parts of the gun from one or possibly two different parts of Mercy's staff? Could it be that this sniper rifle can alternate between healing and a different function, like damage buffing? I don't know, that might be too redundant with what Mercy does. Another piece of info that we're going to point out here is the to field. This file is addressed to J. Morrison and G. Rays. That is Soldier 76 and Rhykker. This is, of course, before both of them became emo, with one joining a goth band and the other joining a punk rock band. But it makes sense because Morrison, 76, he was the commander of Overwatch, and Rays was basically second in command. He got passed up for promotion. He was the man who was going to become the leader of Overwatch, but 76 got that promotion, and Rays was subsequently very butthurt. Now, this is where something very interesting comes in. Blizzard either made a boo-boo, or Blizzard is being very devious here. So, there's more than one official Overwatch account, but there's only one official main English Overwatch account. There are others for other languages. And if you look at the Brazil Overwatch official Twitter, you'll see that their image, while mostly the same and mostly just a translation of the English version, has one very important distinction. Look at the to line. This is addressed to J. Morrison, G. Rays, but also A. Amari. Amari, Pharah's mom. And it just so happens that the name Sombra is Spanish and Portuguese for shadow. There's one of two possibilities. Blizzard deliberately left in Amari's name on the Brazilian version here. This would be in Portuguese. Or it was an error. Perhaps there was an earlier version of this graphic that had Amari's name, but then for some reason Blizzard opted to remove it, and there was some miscommunication or slip-up with the localization departments. The translation, the Brazilian version didn't get the updated files or the updated transcript, and so Amari's name stayed in. So I did find it peculiar that it would be on the Overwatch Brazil Twitter account, because this is what was first discovered. When this was all being spoken about on Reddit, someone pointed out, oh, on the official Brazil Overwatch Twitter account, we've got this. But I found it odd, so I did a bit more digging, and what I found is, when I looked up the Mexico Overwatch Twitter account, I was directed to this one here, which is LATAM, Latin America. What do we see? Amari. So, it seems that in the countries where the name Sombra translates to shadow, in those languages, they left up Amari. For comparison, here is the German version, and no Amari. Here's the French version, no Amari. So, guys. Plus, if you take a look at the scope on this weapon, the shape of the scope looks very similar to the shape of the scope that we were looking at in our Sombra video. Now, here's the thing, though. In our Sombra video, we're speculating that these screenshots, or these images that we're looking at, related to Sombra. It could have been a different character entirely, and some very reasonable theories have been made that Sombra and Amari are two entirely different characters. So, it's possible that maybe this rifle is for Amari, and Sombra's gonna be someone else entirely different. Now, another argument that I've heard is, but Rhykker, why would an Egyptian, Amari, Farah's mom, why would an Egyptian be using a Spanish name? It doesn't make sense. Well, you kind of answered that question in your own question. I hate to break this to you guys. I know this is gonna shatter your world, but my real name isn't Rhykker. I just thought it sounded cool. So, when someone's coming up with their call sign, do any naming rules apply? What does it matter that it's a Spanish name? Maybe she liked the sound of Sombra. Maybe she thought calling herself Shadow sounded really lame and, emo teenager, so, okay, let me at least translate it into another language where it sounds cooler than just calling herself, ooh, Shadow, spooky Shadow, right? Other theories are maybe she was hiding out in Mexico, and the locals started to call her Sombra. Just, there were rumors of a vigilante going around, or a criminal or a vigilante, and just fear among the community. They started referring to her as the Shadow in Spanish, and maybe she adopted the name. There could be any reasonable justification for why she would give herself the name Sombra, and I'll add, as a further line of potential reasoning here that this makes sense, in the subject line, again, you have J. Morrison, A. Amari, G. Reyes. Morrison and Reyes are already going by different names. It's poetry for things to come in threes, right? So why not have that third person go by that different name? I don't know. Some people are like, oh, well, this is being overused by Blizzard now to have the character that is believed to be dead but actually comes back alive under a different identity. I mean, Blizzard's reused, story mechanisms in the past before. I wouldn't say that's a reason to think this isn't likely. Now, something that we discussed briefly in the previous video, but that I actually did more work on after the video was published, is that if you look at the screenshot in which we see the support sniper, which again now, we are confirmed to have a support sniper coming to the game. So we were right to believe that that little portrait there was of the support sniper. It was a character in the support section, alphabetically before any other character, alphabetically first, such as a name that starts with an A, like Ana. And the part that we didn't add in here in the video was that I did some additional analysis to the image. And if we really up the contrast, you can see here that this is clearly the character's name. and it is clearly very short. And if I take the exact font used in Overwatch, and I overlay the name Ana, you can see that it fits perfectly. Now, I am not saying that this proves that this is Ana. I'm not saying any of this gives us any concrete evidence, but it's painting a picture. And it seems to be pointing at Amari is going to be the support sniper, and she might be Sombra. Sombra might be another name that she goes by. Either that or Sombra's an entirely different character, but I think Amari is going to be our support sniper. But what do you guys think? Do you think Amari and Sombra are the same person? Who do you think the support sniper's gonna be? What are your thoughts? And also, if we do have this support sniper, which we will, what do you think its mechanics are going to be? How does a support sniper work? I think actually some clue might lie in what Mercy was saying, that we're heading down a slippery slope to modifications that will inevitably result in a weaponized version of this technology. Could we be seeing some kind of vampire attack? Something that maybe drains life from an enemy in order to provide healing to an ally? Could it be some kind of poison effect, damage over time? What are your thoughts, guys? That wraps up this video. Thanks for watching. Also be sure to check out our Sombra video, where we go over a lot more details with respect to Sombra specifically, and the lines of evidence we had for the mysterious figure that we believe to be Sombra. And subscribe to join Rhyker's Raiders to be alerted when the next Overwatch video goes live. Building off that, also on the Dorado map, you can find a newspaper on the floor that has a picture and a headline saying "Quién es Sombra?", which translates to "Who is Sombra?". And of course, Sombra is put in quotations, indicating that it is just a call sign or